Hi there, Sandy here. Welcome to another Friday Findings video at keepsakecrafts.net. Sometimes we make polymer clay pendant pieces that we want to hang, but we really don't want to drill holes or attach metal findings. We want the finding to be hidden on the back. And today I have a tip for you for an easy way to do just that. So here are a few pendant pieces I've made recently, and if you're interested in these, all three of them were made with directions from Christy Friesen's book Flourish. And they all have nice designs that I really didn't want to interrupt with either drilling a hole or with having some kind of metal piece coming out of them to hang them. So what I've done is made a bail that goes on the back that's hidden from the front, and it's just done with a wire coil. What's great about it is that you don't have to make the design decisions about how you're going to hang a piece until you're ready to finish it. So like this one, I could have hung a myriad of ways. I even could have hung it sideways. I could have put the finding going in any direction. So it gives you that flexibility. The first thing you'll need to consider is what you're going to use to hang it. This is just a piece of silk cord. For you, I'm going to make a bail for this piece. I just love the way it looks like dried flowers, but they're all polymer clay. And I'm going to hang this with some suede cord. You need to know that because you need to make sure that your coil is big enough to accept your cord. And the best tool for making a wire cord is this, the coiling gizmo. It's just a simple thing. I've mounted mine to a block of wood which I clamped to my table. If you want to learn how to use this, I've made a Friday Findings video on making wire coils. I've used a large enough mandrel to build my coil so that I know my suede cord is going to fit through it. Now when you make your coil, make sure that you make it maybe a little bit larger than you think you're going to need. It's just easier to cut off some than to have it shorter. The wider it is in relation to your piece, the more stable your piece is going to be, and you won't have it flipping over and around on you. So I've got my wire coil here, and I'm going to put it right about here. So I'm going to cut it about here. And I'll just give that a snip. And I can save that other piece for another project. In the interest of comfort in wearing, I want to be sure that these wire ends are in the same spot on the coil. So there's this one here. So this one on this end I'm going to trim. So they're both in the same spot. So I can basically embed them both in the clay. I have some clay rolled out on about a number 3 setting on my pasta machine, a medium thickness. This one I rolled on the number 1. It's pretty thick. So I rolled this one out just a little bit more thinly. And I'm going to brush some translucent liquid sculpey on the back. Just a thin coat. You don't want it to be too thick or it'll be slipping and sliding all over the place on you. And I'm just going to add a texture to my backing. Use whatever you like, texture sheets. This is a soap saver sponge I found in Walmart. As I'm putting this on, I'm going to try not to trap any air bubbles by just kind of gently laying it down and smoothing it as I go. Just use a craft blade to trim that out. Now I'm just going to bring my texture up and over the edges to make those all nice. Kind of rounded and neat. It's at this point, once you have your backing on, that you need to decide which way you want your pendant oriented. And I'm just going to put it like this. So you take your coil and find those ends, which should be right in line with each other, and press with those ends down into the clay backing. And I'm going to take my tool, kind of go in there a little ways and really press that down into the clay. For some added security, I'm going to take just a couple of tiny little pieces of the same clay, roll them into a little bit of an oval, and then place that over the last coil or two. Use your tool to put that down And if you need to fix your texture, what that will do is once you've baked the clay, now these coils are trapped, they're sandwiched inside the clay. So there's no chance of your wire coil popping off. Just make sure that you don't leave such a thick amount of clay there that you're not able to get your cord through. Now you can bake it and then string on your cord, and you have a nice invisible bail hanging your pendant piece securely. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe to see more like it. I upload new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And if you're interested in the supplies I use, click on the eye or the tag in the upper right of the video, or the link in the description box to go to my blog post, where I will always have a complete supply list with links to products. If you'd like to support these tutorials and have them keep coming, take a look at my Patreon page for how you can help out. Happy creating. Bye-bye.